Liam and Emma, two names whispered on the summer breeze, childhood companions inseparable in their small town. Their days were filled with bike rides, shared secrets under the old oak tree, and dreams that stretched as far as the open fields. They were two halves of a whole, their bond unbreakable, or so they thought. High school came and went in a blur of football games and Friday night lights. Liam, the artist, dreamed of skyscrapers and cityscapes. Emma, the bookworm, found solace in the quiet comfort of worn pages and whispered stories. Their paths, once intertwined, began to diverge. They promised to stay in touch, their words filled with the naivety of youth. Liam left for the city, his heart brimming with ambition and a touch of sadness. He dove headfirst into the world of graphic design, his talent blossoming amidst the urban chaos. Years melted away, each success pushing aside the memories of his former life. Yet there were moments, fleeting but persistent, when he'd recall Emma's infectious laughter and the way her eyes lit up at a good story. Emma stayed in their small town, her heart rooted in its familiar rhythm. She opened a bookstore, a haven for dreamers and storytellers. The scent of old books and the soft murmur of turning pages were her comfort. She built a life filled with purpose and quiet joy. Still, a part of her wondered about the boy with the artist's soul, the one who had promised to chase the horizon. Years later, fate intervened. Liam returned home for a visit, a wave of nostalgia washing over him as he drove down familiar streets. He found himself drawn to a quaint bookstore, its windows glowing with warm light. He stepped inside, the scent of old books both foreign and familiar, and then he saw her, Emma, her hair a little longer, her eyes still holding that familiar sparkle. Time seemed to stop as their eyes met across the crowded shelves. A wave of recognition, of shared history passed between them. It was as if no time had passed at all. They were no longer the naive teenagers who had promised the world to each other. They were older now, shaped by experience, but the connection remained. They spent the rest of the day catching up, their conversation flowing effortlessly. Liam spoke of city life, his successes and struggles. Emma shared stories of her bookstore, her voice filled with passion. As they talked, they realized that beneath the surface, they were still the same people. Liam and Emma decided to take a walk, their footsteps echoing on the pavement as they strolled through their old haunts. They laughed, they reminisced, and they rediscovered the easy camaraderie they thought was lost. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the familiar streets, they knew that this was more than just a nostalgic reunion. It was a second chance. They promised to stay in touch, their words now carrying the weight of experience and a glimmer of something deeper. As they said goodbye, a single thought lingered in the air. Some paths, it seemed, were destined to cross again.